Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for Alan Moore's Neonomicon. This was put out by Avatar, and it's definitely going to be a nice little horror comic. If you haven't read your books, then come back later and then watch the review because there's going to be some spoilers. Now, at first I didn't know what to think about it, but then I decided, what the heck, I'll pick it up. It's Alan Moore. It looks like it could be crazy. And yeah, it's going to be crazy. What you have at the beginning is two FBI agents, Merle and Gordon, and they're going to like an insane asylum, I guess you can say. And what they want to do is they want to interview an ex-FBI agent who was on a case and suddenly, I don't know, I guess you can say went crazy and started killing people and turning them into tulips. So obviously he's a little jacked in the head, and what's weird is when they go to visit him, he doesn't speak in English any longer. He speaks in this weird, like a tongue. The reason I say it's a tongue is because it's not any known language, but I'm sure, it's one of those ancient cultish type languages, considering he was trying to investigate a cult. Now, the line of questioning doesn't go well until they mention some club. And once they do that, then he stops talking. Once that happens, then they know they're on to something. And that's where they should do their investigation. So what they do from there is they go to their safe house. And Merle's had a lot of the dialogue at the beginning throughout is Merle's having had some problems. She was like a recovering sex addict. And like in here, you can tell that she's trying to get over that, but one of these FBI guys just doesn't seem to get that, because he's like, if you ever want to go back to that time, I'm here for you, type thing. So they go over the evidence and they basically go over their plan of attack. This is the club here that the agent was investigating, and the reason why they're talking to the guy is there's been a string of copycat murders, and it's copycat murders down to the T. So they know it's not him, so it's got to be somebody who's connected deep within this cult type thing. So they disguise themselves, they go in, and it looks like a really dive, I guess you can say. There's not a lot of bells and whistles inside here. Well, they have an inmate, or a guy inside, and he points out to the person that they're looking for, and once that happens, the cops raid the place. As a result, people scatter. There's a woman here who's speaking in, that same language. She attacks the Merle as she's trying to leave, go after the guy that they're looking for. Now, that guy gets away, and he disappears. So, what they discovered basically is like a sewer grate underneath, and that's how he got out of the place. Now, they asked their informant, do you know anything about it, about where he might go? The informant obviously freaks out, saying he's dead now, but says, I don't know where he is, but maybe you can try his mom's house. And so they go to this, like an apartment building, and the whole thing just reeks of creepiness, and it smells really bad, and it's just worn down, and like they comment about this artwork over here that doesn't look like normal vandalism, and they really are creeped out. Now, I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, so I'm not going to show you what's on this panel. All I'm going to say is it's his mom, and I had to look at this panel a couple times to verify it was his mom. And you can tell I'm kind of stumbling over those words because I'm still traumatized greatly by this picture. And I'm also, my further pain and nightmares that I'm going to get from this, I'm going to get more hours in torment because I noticed what was lying around the bed, and unholy visions appeared in my eyes. Now, the guy is in here, and they find some things in there that lead them to believe that this is definitely the place. Now, when they go outside, the guy is standing in front of the wall, and he's talking to them, and they go up to him, and they're thinking that, hey, this is going to be an easy arrest, but no, he's not there. It's a painting. And that's when they start freaking out. They're like, wait a second, he talked to us. How did this happen? And if you notice, if you look back, he was not there the first time they come here. And that's basically where the story ends off. Now, personally, I think this was a great start in that at the beginning part I wasn't like too impressed, but when it got to the end, I was like, okay, I'm sold. I cannot wait for the second issue. I'm so far hooked on it. It definitely had an aura of creepiness to it. I thought the art was just okay, nothing to write home about. Like, when they were inside the old abandoned building or the church for the club, I thought that could have been done better. I thought, while the apartment was run down and they did a good enough job explaining how it smelled and things like that, I think they really lacked some opportunity there to make it more creepier. Now, the panel that I covered, it made up for a lot of what they didn't do, let me just assure you, because I never want to see that again. But I really did enjoy it. If you like horror type books, if you like Alan Moore, I don't know if you're an Alan Moore fan, if this might not be what your taste is, because it is horror, but it is an interesting book so far. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it on the side. And by the way, I was kind of interested in Crossed. Does anybody know anything good, bad about Crossed? Just let me know. Subscribe to the channel, and until next time.